What if your entire life was built on fear? Fear of desire, fear of greatness, fear of yourself. Friedrich Nietzsche believed the values we're taught to admire, humility, obedience, meekness, were not virtues at all. They were chains. He wasn't just trying to destroy religion or offend morality. He was trying to set the human soul on fire, to free us from the lies that kept us small, to push us toward a terrifying question. What would it mean to create your own values? Slave morality and Christianity. Nietzsche saw the modern world as sick, not with violence or greed, but with resentment. He believed Christianity began not from love, but from defeat, from people who were too weak to live with power, too scared to admit what they wanted. So they rewrote the script. They said wealth was evil, pride became sin, obedience became virtue. This wasn't morality, Nietzsche said. It was self-deception weaponized, a rebellion of the powerless who couldn't rise, so they dragged everything down instead. He called it slave morality, not because it came from actual slaves, but because it grew out of a mindset addicted to submission and survival. And even now, long after religion has faded, these values remain, quietly shaping our guilt, our self-doubt, our fear of ambition. God is dead, and you're on your own. Nietzsche's most misunderstood phrase is this: God is dead, and we have killed him. It wasn't a celebration, it was a warning. He knew that when belief collapses, so does the structure of meaning. No afterlife, no divine plan, no absolute right or wrong. Just you, alone, in a world that no longer explains itself. This is the beginning of nihilism, a sense that nothing matters. But Nietzsche didn't want despair. He wanted creation. If God is dead, then we must become the authors of our own meaning. We must build something higher, from within ourselves. The Übermensch, the one who overcomes. So what replaces God? Not another religion, not a new morality, but a new kind of person. Nietzsche called him the Übermensch, the one who overcomes. Not a hero in the comic book sense, but someone who rises above the old values and writes their own. The Übermensch doesn't follow rules. He creates them, not to dominate others, but to shape life as a work of art. He is not perfect, but he is real. He burns through his illusions. He suffers, breaks, rebuilds, and most importantly, he refuses to live as anyone but himself. The will to power and eternal return. But what drives that kind of life? Nietzsche called it the will to power, not domination, but the deep primal force behind every act of growth, risk, and creation. It's the will to become. You feel it every time you say, I want more. Not more things, but more life. And then comes his final test. If you had to live this life again, every moment, every regret, every scar, would you say yes? If the answer is no, then maybe you're not living boldly enough. Maybe the life you're building isn't yet worth repeating. Nietzsche didn't offer comfort. He offered a mirror, and sometimes a flame. He believed your life could be beautiful, but first, it has to be yours. Not inherited, not borrowed, not imposed. Burn the false, overcome the weak within you. Become what only you can become.